Before we, roll into what we were going to talk about today, which I was just going to kind of talk about what like our calendar is going to be like for now till the end of the year, kind of ish. Does anyone have anything to share or questions to ask?
I just did the 100-day workout, or the 100th day
Yay!
workout. Yeah.
I just finished that one too.
Yeah, it was a good one. I'm sweaty. I'm soaking wet right now. But yeah, now I gotta.
I finished the program. I'm sorry. So you just did a workout?
Yeah, I just finished the 100 days.
Oh, gotcha. Exciting.
Yeah, she just finished workout 100.
Yeah. Woo.
Now I gotta buy the work. Start that tomorrow.
Love it.
I think I bought mine on Friday. I bought like the challenge pack with actually, you know what? I didn't buy the completion pack because here's why. When I crunched the numbers, it was actually more cost effective to just buy this performance stack because it was on sale for like $65.97 than to buy the challenge pack, the completion pack. So just so you know, when you go to buy it.
Actually, honestly, I was wondering that because I looked into it a little bit, and I also was trying to find the most economical thing to do. The performance line, if the performance pack is what it is, I'm going to do that then.
Because they didn't have the one where you could get Shakeology, or maybe they do. Maybe, yeah, actually, I think they do have the one where you can get Shakeology. I think it's $190 for a bag of Shakeology, the performance line, and the work. But you don't get any, like, all you get is a booklet for physical materials. So it's really that one's really only cost effective if you need more Shakeology, and I have plenty of Shakeology.
So which one is better? Which one is better?
The best one, if you don't have a lot of Shakeology and you're drinking performance line and you want performance line, there you can get the work completion pack with Shakeology and the performance line for $190. And I think you get $10 off because everyone got like a discount code in their email for $10 off. So it's like $180, but that's only if you want Shakeology and the performance line. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, I just wanted the performance line. So I did, I boarded the program, and then you could, when you went to check out, you got an offer for $65.97 for the performance stack. So it's pre and post workout. So that's what I did. I just added that. And that's
awesome. That's a really good deal.
Yeah. Cause the program was like $37. And then it was like $65, so it came out to like $112, and the completion pack was $130 with the discount. So I don't know how it worked out to be that, but anyway, just letting you know. That's what I did. Okay, so that's congratulations. That's a big deal. I know Diana's already finished and she's already started the work. So are you going to restart again on Monday with us, workout 1, or are you just going to continue?
I can. I mean,
well, you don't have to. I'm just wondering.
Yeah, I was going to continue with the program. Today's my rest day, and I definitely need it.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you figured out that you could do it, because at first you didn't think you were going to be able to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I modify certain things, but it's not like horrible that I'm not like surviving it. So I'm happy I can do it. I like it so far.
I'm loving it.
Well, I'm going to be doing it only like 3 days a week, I think. So my calendar is going to be extended out. So I'm going to fall behind, which is going to be kind of challenging for me to do that, for me to like know that I'm not doing it the way it says it's to do, but I'm training for the Spartan in April. And so I need to start running, and I'm not going to train so hard with the work and run on top of that, because I don't want to like overtrain my body. And, I'm like, I'm not 25. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta protect what's left. I'm turning 40, in May. So I'm like, I gotta.
Oh, girl, you're fine. I'm almost 50.
Yeah, but I know, but I don't really want to overtrain. I don't want to like injure myself, or I don't have any desire to be in that. So I'm going to run 3 days a week, and I'm going to do the work 3 days a week, and I'm going to have one rest day. And then maybe, in the future I'll be running more, because like it's a 3 to 5 mile run for the Spartan. And then there's like obstacles, like you're running and then you have to do like monkey bars. I'm excited. I'm really excited for it, to train for it, to do something different. But I know I'm just trying to make it work with Beachbody. I think that's like the best way I can make it work, with what we do. Still do the program, but not like 100%.
So do you
What do you
have
guys?
like a group in the Spartan, like teammates that you do it with, or is it just a single?
No, I mean, you can. There are teammates, but I'm not like on a team. This is my first one. I've never done one before. I just met some people in like this in the community that do like obstacle course races, and they encouraged me to. I've been like following them on Instagram and watching them, and I'm like, oh, that looks like so cool. It looks so fun, and like I've never done one. You know, I've done a triathlon, I've done a marathon, a half marathon. Like I've done a bunch of different races and stuff. So I'm like, I want to try it. That looks fun. I'll let you guys know.
Yeah, I've always wanted to
So,
do it too, but yeah, I'm a little scared myself.
so Caitlin Elizabeth is on Team Malibu. Caitlin Elizabeth, if you ever want to talk to someone, she's done like 13 Tough Mudders, a toughest mudder, like, and then like there's like 3 levels, and like the toughest mudder. She's done a lot of them, and they're all like obstacle course races. I guess Tough Mudder is more running and not as much upper body like obstacles, and I guess Spartan is a lot more like hanging and like there's more like upper body. So she didn't like
Climbing
the
walls.
yeah, she didn't like the Spartan as much because she told me that the Spartan is a lot more competitive and that it requires a lot more upper body strength. Like she said, even I guess she was at the race and she asked for like a boost. Like she was like, "Can someone give me a boost?" And they were like looking at her like she was like an alien.
That's why
Because
you're supposed to have a teammate.
yeah, she was saying that. Well, I guess she didn't have it, and she does have a team doing like Tough Mudder and in the Spartan. She wasn't a part of a team. So, but no, the guy I'm dating, like he like wins like all the races. He's like ridiculously good. So he has inspired me. And then his best friend, who's like 26, she does a lot of them, and I've been following her, and we've been like chatting on Instagram. Like we haven't met yet, but we were just like, we're gonna meet eventually. So I've been following her, and they like kind of inspired me to do it. So I'll let you guys know. I'll keep you posted. I'm excited. It's gonna be fun. But my point is that connect with Caitlin if you have questions. She's in both the team pages because I've been texting her and stuff here and there. I'm like, hey, how do you think this training schedule? Like, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And she's like, I'm happy to help anything you need. So I'm just getting support from the people that have done it before me. That's all. Okay. That being said, today I just wanted to talk about, we kind of attempted, and it didn't really work too great, this coach training that we heard on the National Wake Up Call about like the Slight Edge, and it's an 18 chapter book, and it's like a post a day for 18 days, and seeing if it was a training that we could launch within like our team. I think it could still work. I just think that a lot of us, we didn't keep up with the chapters, and maybe I feel like maybe I should have bought it on audiobook instead of to read it, because like
that was the bummer. They don't have an audiobook for it. That was the sucky part, because I would have gotten through it a lot faster too, but I could not find one.
All right, so maybe what I'm thinking is what we should do is change the book.
But I like the book. But are you trying to get it done super fast, or can you just extend it out so it's not so it's like every other day, or you wouldn't want to make it that long?
I think you're trying to get like new coaches to be in a habit of like doing personal development every day. And if you can't listen to it on audio, it's kind of hard. Like, like obviously we're showing that, what's going to happen. If like, we're not even able to do it and we're like actively building this business, how are we going to expect like brand new people to start, reading a chapter and spending that time every day? But but to drive in my car, what I'm thinking we should do, because the compound effect, it might be longer, but I have it on audio. I have it in my Dropbox. We should see how many chapters the compound effect is. And it's very similar, the concepts of the compound effect. It's, it's very, very similar. It might not be as fast of a read, but if it has the ability to be able to listen, maybe we could change it to that instead. Because it's like the same, to me, they're different authors and they have a different style of stating it, but it's the same thing. The compound effect is like, making small changes over time leads to big changes, which is the Slight Edge. It's the same fucking thing. So I'll look at that, because I definitely have it in my Dropbox.
I know for me, I'm not like actively doing this particular group, but I know for me, like if I have to read something, that shit ain't happening. But I will gladly like listen to something. And I personally take more things in when I'm listening, because my mind can like really think about what's being said. I don't know.
I'm the same way. Like I drive all day and I know when I get home, like I just can't read, but I could definitely listen, during the day when I'm driving would be easier.
I mean,
I struggle to read long messages and I'm like, oh.
All right. So basically we're getting our answers right here.
I don't like to read either.
So pretty much, I mean, obviously it's working for their team because it's, it's helping them grow their team and all those things. But, it obviously didn't work for us. We tried it. None of us were able to keep up, and we're all working this business. I mean, not that everyone in this group was trying to do it, because I know like Stephanie wasn't trying to do it. But so when I'm thinking, I was trying to open up the compound effect while I was
just like
talking
you said, like, it works for his people, but his people might be all readers and your people are all listeners. So same idea, just tweaking how you do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, if obviously it's just, it showed us that this isn't going to work for us, because why are we going to try to force something that we're not even able to do? Like, we're not able to do it, but here, you do it.
Or it could
All
be
right.
like you said, throwing in different books. Like our team might be like more energized by a different way to say something.
Exactly. So the compound effect is only 6 chapters. So we could try to see how we could break that down. How many pages is it? I think I have it on ebook and PDF. I wonder if it tells me how long it is, like, to listen. No, it's just saying PDF. I'm pretty sure I have it. Oh yeah, I do. I have it on disc. All right, so I'll check that out later, but it looks like there's about 6 MP3s. So we could break these down. They're all around 45 minutes to an hour. We could break these down into like there's 6 different MP3s to get through the whole book. What we could do is do like a third of each MP3, a day. So like they listen to, it would really be only like 20 minutes or so of listening a day, which I think is doable. We could do that if you guys want to try it. What thoughts?
I'm sorry, we just download this. So it's a book you're talking about called Compound Effect. I just want to make sure I have it right.
Yeah. It's so essentially there was a national wake up call that they did this training group, and with using the book called The Slight Edge, and it's like 18 chapters. So they were starting to have new coaches do a chapter a day for 18 days and then fill out their business activity tracker and post a picture of their business activity tracker and read one of the chapters and put like what they're going to implement into their business from the chapter. And apparently it's doing really well for this one team that talked about it. But for us, we attempted to do it and like none of us read the chapters. Like I made it to chapter 10, and I was like, one day I read like 3 chapters in one day because I was so far behind. So now what we're talking about is I already have the compound effect in my Dropbox on MP3s. So it would be free, like, for people to listen to, because you can send them the link or they can order it if they want to. So using an audiobook instead of doing the actual reading, because we realized that the reading didn't work for us. So we could try that if y'all want to. And what I was thinking, and like, hold on, I'm going to have to plug my computer in because my battery is dying.
Well, while you're plugging that in, Betty's actually a brand new coach. She literally just signed up. And so I just want to say, hi, Betty. Super excited to have you here. She has been on her own journey for 4 years, and she is a freaking badass. I'm so excited for her to be here. She posts every day on her stories. She's got such a following just sharing her journey. And now she wants to make an income off of it. So super excited to have you here, Betty.
Thanks, Stephanie.
Yay. Welcome. Yeah, she introduced herself already. Well, you weren't on yet. No problem.
I like the way you did it better.
She pretty much told us all that, but thank you for making her feel welcome again. Okay, so how do you guys feel about trying it out in the challenge group? And like, we can make an announcement over the weekend and talk about implementing this into the challenge group and seeing if we can get some participants in our actual challenge group to do it with us. I know it's not, Stephanie, like I know you're not in that one. Like you have your own challenge group. So, but we're all like running one together. What do you ladies think?
I don't have a
Mondays.
group yet.
Well, you can be in ours if you want to. I've made it available to everyone. I've made it available to everyone in my downline because I think starting out as a new coach, like in the beginning, I think it's hard to get a lot of people. So I think that, bringing somebody into a group that's already established, to me, it seems to work better because then they're getting, some participation right away. So, Diana and Jonna, and I don't think Allison's in there. Stephanie's in there. Stephanie Moore.
Betty, it's good to open yourself up to see how different like styles work. I know Diana has told me that she takes things from my group, Marissa's group, and she's like, I really like the different feels of the different groups. And it allows you to kind of formulate what you want as your own coach in your business, but it allows you to have a bigger community, but to see different ways to do things.
And you're also welcome to invite, if you just have like one person starting right now, you can invite them to the group that we already have established too.
And you guys do like little challenges within the group, right?
We haven't in a while. We tried and nobody really was doing anything. So that's why we're thinking about doing this. Trying this out.
I would definitely. I didn't know I could do that, but
yeah, you can join too if you'd like.
Yeah.
So I guess the question is mostly to Stephanie Moore, Diana, and Jonna. Like, would you think Monday is too soon to start? How do you feel about like this, like proceeding?
So personally, I do not like to jump around on things. I like to complete them. So I'm going to finish The Slight Edge because I like it and I'm reading it. I'm reading it slower than I need to. Was that what you're talking about still? Because I just stepped away for a second.
Yeah, I was talking about trying out the personal development, all those posts like in the challenge group instead of the team page and using the Compound Effect book. But
oh, yeah, sure. I would say yes, but I think that trying to just do it to get it done isn't the right way to do it. So if we maybe slow it down, I would be open to that. Because honestly, I'm not going to do an assignment every day. I just can't. But I do want to read, and I'm going to finish The Slight Edge first of all. I'm not going to listen to the Compound Effect quite yet, but that's just my own personal preference. I have no issue like going along with it, but I can't like do a bunch of things at one time. I have to stay focused, and right now I'm still focused on The Slight Edge.
Well, do you think that we could potentially launch it not Monday then, but the following Monday? Because that would give us some time to like talk about it in the challenge group, or even the following. We could do it on November 4th. Then it would be the first Monday of November.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that. And yeah, I think it's probably a good idea to, well, if we're going to do like offer the challenge group tracker thing, we can kind of like do that. We can start talking about The Slight Edge in the group just with our own personal development. We can just kind of like start posting a little more about personal development, the things that we're doing, just like, oh, I love this, I'm reading this, just little tidbits or whatever, so that we can kind of introduce that into the group without them like knowing that like, an assignment's coming, or I'm going to try and make you do this even if you're not ready for it. Like we can just kind of like start influencing the group that way. I'd be totally open to that. And then, yeah, if we want to have the plan, sorry, because I'm vacuuming, November 4th, we could do a start date. I'd be good with that.
Okay. How do you feel about it, Diana?
Yeah, I kind of like that idea that Jonna just said, starting it a little bit, because I think I'm on chapter 15.
Okay.
But I do want to finish it because I do like that book. It had really good information in it. It was really hard for me to keep up with it daily. I mean, I try to do 10 minutes a day with reading, or listening more than anything, but it was a little hard for me because my work schedule was really crazy.
See, for me, like listening, I could have done it for sure, but reading, because I listen to audios whenever I drive, whenever I'm in my car.
Yeah.
I could, and sometimes it's like I'll be in my car for 40 minutes. So like I'd get 2 chapters or whatever in, and then I wouldn't have to do anything the next day. That's how like I do my personal development. So what I think we should, okay, so the plan is, so let's just, so putting this out there, we're going to start talking more about personal development in our challenge group so that we can get them prepped. We're going to introduce the Challenger Tracker app, Challenger Activity Tracker, the cat. The challenge activity tracker. I'm calling it the cat. Into the challenge group and start like prepping them, and then we can start talking about like how we're thinking about incorporating personal development, and so we can start getting them like their minds right to see if they want to do it, because they don't have to do it. It's just to see if they want to. And then we'll launch November 4th. And then the other thing that I have that's really cool that I was thinking to do after that is that I wanted to talk about is I've been doing this awesome 21-day abundance meditation, like totally like just with a friend. Like I started it and I just completed it. So I was thinking after we do the compound effect, if that goes well and people are interested in continuing, that these are all on YouTube. They're YouTube videos, and they're literally 15-minute meditations. And you just like do the 15 minutes. You can journal about it. It's like abundance. And I think it's helped me because it's like focusing on like the abundance mindset. Cause like I still have issues with like a scarcity mentality for sure. And I'm sure a lot of people do. And it's not just about material things. It's about like love and health and, all the things. So I think it would be really good for the point of doing it together as a group is like my friend invited me to do it. My friend Ketty was like, would you want to do this with me? And I was like, okay, sure. So she would send me them like the night before or the morning of. And the point is that you're meditating like together, you're holding this, you do like, you chant like in the meditation and you just breathe. And so the point is that it's like raising your consciousness higher because you're doing it together as a group. So I thought that'd be something cool to think about to do in maybe December, because we'll be done with the November like group. We'll do like the personal development, and then we can invite people to participate in that in December. How do you guys feel about that? It's really cool.
Yeah, I think that sounds like a good idea. I like that.
Okay.
I like that. That's interesting.
Yeah. I mean, and I can, if you guys want to start it sooner, I can do that too, but
I'm
we can do that.
Do you have like whatever Zoom account you have? Because I was thinking this might be something good for your Facebook groups. How if you have like a webinar account, you can go like create a Zoom, but go live in your Facebook group.
No, I don't have that.
Okay, because that's what Jesse does. And it's like if you guys were doing this book thing and you went live and people could jump on, but people could also hear, you might get more engagement. Or if you just even went live in Facebook and just had a couple people hop on as guests and just talked about things to get other people interested. We
definitely could up our live video game in our group. I think if us coaches started, maybe if like we started going live once a week, just talking about things, like we could get more interest in coaching, people like, and maybe some more engagement in the group for sure. That's a good advice. So yeah, that's something we can definitely work on. Thank you. Okay, so that's it for that. Now let's look at the tracker. Do you want to share your screen, Jana? Do you have it, the tracker?
Sorry, I'm on my phone. I don't know how to do that on my phone.
Oh, you can't. Oh, then do you know what? Just send it to me. I'll open it.
Oh,
it says.
Do you have did I send it?
Oh,
you just do the PDF that I sent you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't update anything yet, but it's good enough to look at for now, and then I'll do it today and send it to you.
All right, hold on. Because I have it on my phone only. Let me mail it to myself. All right. All right, so this is our new Challenger activity tracker. It's fucking awesome. Look at how awesome this is, you guys. So this is like the business activity tracker, but for challengers.
Nice job, Jana.
Thank you.
So instead of having them, so what we were thinking is that because obviously the business success tracker or whatever, the BAT is, just a few more things. It's like not a few more, but like several more things. But if we can start getting clients in the habit of checking off these boxes every day, then when they transition over to coaching and they start filling out the success tracker, they just have to add on the things that weren't already that they weren't already doing. So it is like the slight edge or the compound effect. It's like, okay, we already have these habits are good. Getting them to think about what they're grateful for, and like personal development, and getting them to contribute more and share their journey on social, and then reaching out to friends, which is what we do as coaches, right? We're reaching out to new people, and then like having gratitude. So Jonna created this. I think it's fucking awesome. And I think that we should start, we can introduce our challengers to it. What I think I'm going to do is I use Scipio or whatever. So I'm going to text it to people. Is this the final version, or is there any edits that need to be made?
I was going to, I think I wanted to go in and like re-proofread it, or maybe fix any spacing issues that were in there. I mean, basically it's there, but also I think I was going to actually take off the Team Beachbody thing, and maybe I will, and I'll send you the editable version, because maybe I will, I'm going to also maybe take off. Yeah. I'll just, so that you could use it for like, you could put your own little logo on there for whatever, I would put my everyday choices thing or something. Because really it's something I was thinking you probably, if you get interest off of, Instagram or anything, it's like something you could offer people for free as like, steps to help you get into habits or whatever. It could be like a little like freebie checklist thing too. So I was thinking maybe take off the Beachbody, and then I can give the editable version so you guys can put your own little like logos on it or whatever.
That would be great. I was thinking about that, because if you don't mind, I was going to share this in like the round table, the 5-star wall, and just say like, I wasn't going to take credit for it. Just say, hey, one of my coaches, because I asked if anybody had done something like this, and I was just going to share it because, it can help people too. Like if they want to use it, if you're cool with that only.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay. So then, yeah, I think taking the logo off and letting people be able to put their own logo on there definitely makes sense for sure. And taking the Team Beachbody off. Cool. So yeah, does anybody have like questions or shares about that?
So I'm hoping it's just like, a little like physical reminder for people, like what they can do. And it's not to be like, oh, if you don't check a box off, like you failed. It's just like a reminder of things that you can do to help create the habits. And also that if somebody really is like, some people love checklists and they need that kind of guidance. So for those people, it's going to be great. For the people who don't love it, it won't work for them anyways. But also that it can help you like see your progress, also over time, just the same way as the bat, exactly the same idea as the bat. Cause I just basically copied it and changed it, for what applies for the challengers or people who are just starting out trying to create the habits. But yeah, I mean, for people who like checklists, I think it'll be good. I think it'll work. It'll be helpful tool for people.
I know for me, like when I'm sharing with people that are like struggling with nutrition, I mean, I'm always constantly saying, if you're not tracking, then you're not that serious about change at this time. So that could be something that you guys use as a tool where it's like, okay, you're not seeing change. Are you tracking it? Are you tracking your workouts? Are you tracking what you're progressing on? If not, I challenge you to use this for a week. Track it. If you really, really want this and I want to help you, then you tracking for a week and just showing, be proud of what you do, check off, and let's start there. But we got to start somewhere. I can't help somebody who I don't know where they're at, and you can't move forward if you don't know where you're at. So that could be like a tool that you use and share that way.
I definitely think it's a really good tool. I think it's probably going to take a lot of encouragement and finding the right way to present it to people to get them to actually use it. But I think that if we can get people to actually use it, then we're grooming them to be successful coaches. Because if they're already checklisting, then they can move right into the success tracker and start checklisting that, and start building a business in that way. Because I mean, you heard it a million times on the National Wake Up Call. It's like the trackers are the coaches that are using the trackers. Those are the people that are succeeding in the business because they're engaging in activity consistently. All right. Does anyone else have shares or questions about anything?
I just have a funny share about Stephanie. If Stephanie's still on here. Yep, there she is. So I was following her stories yesterday and she was cracking me up with like just stuff that like really annoyed her at work about being in like the field of, talking to people. And she's like, what do you say? Like, have a good day. And people just like literally don't want to say it back or just say nothing. And she was talking about her frustrations with that. And it was funny because I messaged her and I was like, oh my God, I feel the same way. Like when you say like, hi, or wave, and like somebody doesn't wave back, like I want to take my wave back. Or and I was telling her, I was like, when I do my follow-ups and I'm super annoyed because somebody reached out, like asking for help. And I'm like, hey, thanks for reaching out. You want to respond to me? I send like a really nice follow-up and then I flick off the computer. And she was like dying. And she was like, that's something I would totally do. And it's just funny because you do really attract like those things about her, but it's like just being who you are in social media is so refreshing, and you will attract people that have your similar personality traits and you won't even know it. But a lot of people that reach out, like I get a lot of introverts, a lot of them. And it's crazy that you really do attract like attracts like. I don't know. It's just kind of a funny story to me.
Yeah, I think like attracts like, but also that they have some things that are different too, and that you like help each other grow in those ways from your differences. And you can like support each other in the areas that you're weak, then someone might be strong. Like I could never do that, like create this tracker. But I attracted someone who could. I attracted an emerald. She's a freaking emerald through and through. If you know the gems, like Danny Johnson gems is like ruby, emerald, sapphire, and pearl. She's an emerald. John is an emerald, which is like detail oriented graphs and tables and shit. Like I'm not that. I'm like, oh, let's do it. Let's just go. It's gonna work it out. Like let's just try it. And that's like Stephanie's like that. Let's just fucking throw spaghetti against the wall and see how it sticks. And so it's good because John is like, wait, let's reel it back a little bit. Let's not kick it off on Monday. Let's make this better. And I'm like, okay, you're right. Okay. And what I used to be, just so you know, is like, because like Heather Dalton was like that, Stephanie, and she was like the emerald. And so what I used to be is like would clash with people that were like that, because I'd be like, why do we have to wait? But now I realize that my way isn't always like throwing spaghetti against the wall is not always the best way. You know, it is better to have someone that's stronger in an area where you're weak, because they can show you like those weaknesses and make you better and help make your team better. So it's good to attract people. My point is like that are like you, yes, for some ways, but then are strong in their differences too.
Oh, no, I totally agree. Yeah. Like Stephanie and I have some like very differences, but no, I agree. And I'm like you. I'd be like, let's just start today.
Yeah, let's just throw spaghetti against the wall. And it used to, and then the thing is that if we did that, then that would be so like unnerving for Jonna, because she would be like, no, I like, she would be like, I can't do that. Like, oh my God, it's freaking me out. And then she wouldn't want to do things like as a team together, because she wouldn't want to run her business the way, you know, I'm running my business. And that was what was happening with me, because I was attracting a lot of emeralds, and I do attract emeralds because I can be fucking organized and study, and you know, I can be that, but for the most part, I'm not that. I can be if I have to. Every once in a while, I'll be like, I put this together, and it's like all organized and shit. And people are like, whoa, you're so organized. I'm like, yeah, for that moment, for 5 seconds. So anyway, all right. Anyone else have a share or question? And that is funny, but I don't know if I wouldn't flick off the computer, because I think at this point, for me, I just think I'm so used to like people ghosting that I'm just like, oh, whatever. Like doesn't even phase me anymore. Or I sometimes I'll bring it straight up to the point. Like there was this one girl that sorry, Donna. There's this one girl that like, she reached out to me, and then she would never answer me she reached out to me about the group, and then I gave her like information. We went back and forth, and then she stopped answering me. And then when I would message her on Instagram, like little short things, like I would watch her stories and I would message her, I would comment, and she would always answer me. And so finally I was like, why is it that you'll always answer me when, you know, it's not about like the tribe? Like I'm like, can you tell me why this is? I just want to know. Like, you initially messaged me about joining the tribe, and whenever I ask questions about that, you don't respond. But then when I ask you a question about like makeup, you answer me, because I just really like to know why. And she blocked me. She didn't answer me, and she blocked me. I was like, okay, no problem. Like, see you later. And I don't think my message was mean either. I was like, I just want to know, like, what is it? Like, what is it why are you doing that? Like, is it
I
something
feel that too. To me, it's like a respect thing. Like when you've taken the time to talk with someone back and forth and they like tell you their struggles or whatever. I mean, I know that's a little different, but like, it's just respect. Like I gave you my time. I'm just asking, you know, that's cool if you're not interested, but why? You know, or it's like, I've done that too, where people have commented on my stuff, my posts, but like have left me hanging in a private message. And I've asked them too, like, hey, so I love that you comment with me back and forth on my page. What's going on? Like,
Yeah.
you want to finish?
It was, I thought my message was really nice, but apparently, you know, she blocked me. So I was like, okay, not my people.
So did you guys start your own, besides your own personal pages, like on Facebook? Did you create a specific other page just to invite like people who are interested in what you're doing, or do you just keep your stuff the way it is and just kind of make it bigger?
I think in the beginning you should just run from your personal page. That's what I think, because business page is pay to play. Like you're not going to get anywhere unless you're going to run ads on a page, because
Gotcha.
yeah. So
well, and Betty, you have a huge following. So like when, you know, you've built huge trust with people because you've been on this journey for a while. So to be like, okay, well, I have a huge crowd following me over here, but I'm going to walk over here where there's nobody standing and I'm going to talk to a blank space. Like, no, you have a huge following. Like you have a lot to work with.
yeah. Did you follow me on Instagram? I feel like, was that recently?
Me?
Yeah.
I might have.
Oh, never mind. Okay. Someone followed me and they were like following Stephanie. I was like, oh, that must be one of Stephanie's
What's your
people.
name on Instagram?
Marissa F. Myers.
Marissa Up Myers?
Marissa F. Myers.
Oh.
F and Frank.
Yes. Someone recently followed me that I was like, oh, I'm sure that's one of Stephanie's people, because she was like following Stephanie Kathman and like Matilda Everett. Like I was like, oh, this must be one of Stephanie's like challengers or one of her coaches or something. And so I followed them back. But anyway, doesn't matter. Okay. So does anyone have any other fabulous fit Faith? No, it's not you. That's Carrie Voss. Is Carrie Voss one of your coaches, Stephanie?
Yeah, she's a discount coach. But yeah, she's doing awesome. She's a marathon runner and killing it with her goals.
Okay. Because she started following me recently. So I followed her back.
Yeah, she watches a lot of stuff in the team page. So
so that must be why.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, so I was like, I don't know. I gave her the respect and I figured she was one of your coaches. So I followed her back. All right, cool. So anyone else? Or are we good?
I need to go work out.
All right, me too. And I'm going to get a massage and I have a hot date tonight.
Woo!
All right. Bye, guys. Have a good one.
Bye. Have a good one.